All right, so let's look at some concept, really review questions related to activity-based costing. We're going to start right up here with this first multiple choice question. It says, which of the following is the correct order of steps in activity-based costing? Okay, now these are kind of long, so I may not read the entire answer choice, but let's look at A. It says identify the cost driver that has the strongest correlation to the costs in the cost pool. Okay. Identify and classify major activities and allocate manufacturing overhead costs. Okay. So we have a little bit of an order problem here. Looks like all of these are correct steps, but this is not going to be the right answer. B, assign overhead costs. Well, we can't do that yet. Okay, let's look at C. Identify and classify the major activities and allocate manufacturing overhead costs to the appropriate cost pools. Okay, that is definitely the correct first step. Let's see here. Continuing on. Identify the cost driver that has the strongest correlation to the costs in the cost pool. That is correct. That would be the second step. Assign overhead costs for each cost pool. Okay, here we have a problem here. That is not the next step, so this is going to be wrong too. So hopefully D is correct. Identify and classify major activities and allocate manufacturing overhead costs to appropriate cost pools. Okay, very good. Identify the cost driver that has the strongest correlation to the cost. That is definitely the right answer. Very good. Okay. Let's see here. It says, which of the following is a type of cost driver in activity-based costing? We have four choices: machining, setting up machines, number of setups, and inspecting. Okay, so three of the four of these are actually activity pools, and one of these is a cost driver. Okay, so I want you to understand that machining and inspecting are both likely to be departments within a company. Okay, and kind of within that, setting up machines is going to be a part of machining, which is a separate activity pool. However, the number of setups will actually drive costs. So C is the correct answer. It says, which of the following is a type of activity pool in activity-based costing? So they don't want to know cost driver this time, they want to know activity pool. Okay. And let's see here, what do we have? We've got machine hours, we have assembling, we have direct labor hours, and we have indirect labor hours. Okay, so we need to basically put an X by these two right off the bat. And the reason is because we're using activity-based costing. Our indirect labor hours are going to be part of factory overhead, but that's too generic. We need to know more specific information about activity pools. So if we want to think about these as departments, and I would encourage you to do that when you're trying to identify activity pools, assembling would actually be an actual department, so choice B. Next question, it says assigning overhead using activity-based costing will usually, okay, let's see here, increase the cost of high volume items because these items require less special handling. Well, even if this part was true, this doesn't make any sense. If they require less special handling, that should decrease the cost. Increase the cost of low volume items because these items require more special handling. Okay, this is going to end up being our correct answer. I'm not going to go any further. And this is what we talked about in the video. Low volume items often require more special handling, therefore costs are increased on these types of items in activity-based costing. And then finally it says benefits of activity-based costing include all of the following except, well, let's see here, I'll work my way up, better management decisions. That is a benefit, so that's wrong. Enhanced control over overhead cost, that's true, so that makes it wrong. More accurate product costing through the use of more cost pools. Okay, that's a true story, so that's wrong. Lower costs of implementation compared to traditional costing. Costs actually go up with ABC. So that is not a benefit, even though overall we hope that activity-based costing does provide us benefit.